Oh my goodness, is it that time already? Is it time for assembly? I was so busy reading this book by David Williams called The Ice Monster that I completely forgot it was time for assembly. I'm so sorry. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this week's assembly. It's Friday, the 5th of March, and it's the World Book Day Assembly. And the theme of this year's World Book Day Assembly is to show your shares, to show you sharing a book with someone else. And we've got some surprises coming up in today's assembly as we see lots of you throughout the school sharing books with your siblings, with your pets, and with some of your friends in school, for those boys and girls who are in school at the moment too. And if you were all in school, then I might share my book with you as well. What is World Book Day? So World Books Day's mission is to celebrate reading for pleasure and to give every child a book of their own. It's a special day to celebrate reading for pleasure, a day in which people all over the world might share stories, pretend to be their favourite book character, and even dress up as them. You might enjoy reading for more of the day than usual or have fun sharing a story with someone special. And in fact, in our school, we've been doing that all of this week in most of the classes' activities around books and sharing our love of books. World Book Day reminds us how much fun reading for pleasure can be and how successful it can help us to become. So how do we celebrate World Book Day? There are lots of different ways to celebrate World Book Day. We can share stories with others. We might dress up as a favourite book character. Or we could read new or different books. We might spend more time talking about books and finding out what our friends like to read. Here's some faces from our school community celebrating World Book Day in their own ways outside of school. So we've got Andrew in Primary 6B reading his favourite book, dressed up as a book character. Miss McNichol has put in lots of effort for her World Book Day and dressed up as the demon dentist. And we've got Miss Igo and Bella and Hudson in Primary 1 Willow, who all dressed up as a character from their favourite books. Owen found this fantastic graffiti when he was out for his daily walk with the golden snitch from the Harry Potter books. And we've got Luke in Primary 6B who managed to levitate whilst reading. That's pretty impressive. So the organisers of World Book Day every year pledge to give every child in school a new book. And they often now have authors who specially write books for World Book Day. And the token that you will have received yesterday, so if you were in school, you will have been given one to take home. And if you were primary 4 to 7, those were emailed out to your families. They are £1 book tokens, so you can either exchange your token for one of these books that you see here, or you can buy a new book and have £1 off of the cost of the book. There's a lovely selection of books this year, and if you visit the World Book Day website, you can find out a little bit more about those books. You should be able to find them in shops such as Tesco. I know WH Smith is open at the moment and they stock the World Book Day books, but if you go onto the website, there's a section there that tells you which retailers are stocking these books near to you. Why is reading so important? Well, we have two famous authors here, Roald Dahl and C.S. Lewis, who wrote the Chronicles of Narnia, which includes The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, said this about reading. Roald Dahl said, "If you're going to get anywhere in life, you have to read a lot of books." And C.S. Lewis said, "I can't imagine someone really enjoying a book and reading it only once." I wonder if there are any of you that are like that, who've read a book several times because you enjoyed it so much. So what's so great about books? What sorts of things would we say if someone asked us, about why we like books so much or why we like reading books. Or if you're not sure about reading or you're not as keen or enthusiastic about reading, maybe we could convince you with some of these words here around reading. So you can have stories that are sad or happy. You can be scared in stories by the characters. You can be inspired or explore your imagination further by going off to wonderful places and to different lands and meeting different characters. You might be interested in reading books that have lots of facts and give you lots of information, or you might be interested more in story-led books that let your imagination run wild. Have we sold it to you if you weren't so sure about reading? I hope so. So this might be a really good opportunity to pause this video and use the link that I gave to you to visit and listen to the World Book Day song. And this year's World Book Day song is brought to you by MC Grammer, and I think you'll really enjoy it. And there's lots of your favourite books mentioned all the way through the song, so you can watch out for them and see if you can try and tally them up and see how many there are. While we're talking about all of these books, seems like a great opportunity to have a little quiz. Quite like a quiz during assembly, and this quiz is a character quiz about characters that you might find in your favourite books. So can you identify the famous character? Maybe just think really carefully about the words and see if you can guess who I'm describing. And then can you also name the book the character is from? That would be another thing to try and do. And for a bonus point, maybe you could come up with your own exciting word to describe what that character is like. Now, some of you might know all of the characters, and some of you might only know some of them because you might not have met them yet. It depends which part of the school you're in at the moment, but hopefully there's something for everybody in the quiz. So let's see how we go. First one. So the words I'm going to use to describe this character is red, hidden, bespectacled, surrounded, and white. So have a think about those clues. It's a character that's got red and white, wears glasses, is often hidden. I think you guessed it, did you? Where's Wally? Okay, let's try the next one. So purple is the colour this time. Flamboyant, imaginative, a factory owner, secretive, introvert, doesn't like socialising and mixing with lots and lots of people, quite likes his own space, and chocolate obsessed. I think that might be a big clue. Who would be chocolate obsessed and wears purple? Have a think. It's Willy Wonka from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Did you get that one? Okay, next one. So this time, red and white again, but rhyming. Lots of rhyming words in the book. Entertaining, messy, and feline. That's a good word, isn't it? Feline is another word for a cat. Is that giving you a big clue? It's Cat in the Hat. And this one. A diary writer who's creative, is American, a little troubled, a schoolboy, and can sometimes be tricky. Wonder if anyone knows who this is. It's Greg Heffley from the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series. If we've got any Diary of the Wimpy Kid fans, hopefully they will have guessed that one. Show Your Shares is a theme of this year's World Book Day, changing lives through a love of books and shared reading. And I set a challenge last Friday for you to show me a picture of you sharing stories, sharing books with someone else. So that could be if you're at home with your siblings or with your pets, at school with your friends in small groups or in pairs. And all week we've been doing lots of sharing of stories through listening to authors reading stories or teachers reading stories to you in class, or reading a story to your friend, talking about books that you like and giving recommendations. And I've put the pictures that were sent in to me into one place, into one video. And in a minute you can pause this one so that you can watch it. And the video shows everyone, lots of different people from across school, and it's a lovely way when we're so separated at the moment. Primary 1s to 3s are in school and 4 to 7s are not in school at the moment, to have everyone all in one place. So look out for some of your friends from your class. Maybe you'll spot yourself, and you might also spot some teachers in the video as well, sharing stories too. So that will be good to look out for. So if you'd like to pause this video, and the Show Your Shares video should be available for you to watch now. Mrs. Goddard always likes to bring it back to our school values and to have a think about which values we are using through our World Book Day activities that we've been doing this week, and our quest to share books together more and to share books with our friends and our families and our pets as well, as you will have seen from the video. So which one do you think we've been using? Do you think it's been respect and kindness, or curiosity, or a can-do attitude, or being connected? Which one do you think we should choose? I chose connected. I chose link because it was connecting our whole school community together through doing the challenge, by sharing our pictures and then by bringing them all together in one place in our video, and staying connected with each other through sharing books together, or even recommending books to each other. Talking about books together has connected us all this week through our World Book Day activities. I'm going to finish this week's assembly by wishing anyone who had a birthday in the last week since the last assembly a very happy birthday from all your James Gillespie's family. If you're listening to assembly in class, perhaps you could hum happy birthday to anyone who had a birthday. I know birthdays are not quite the same at the moment for everyone, but I know people are trying as hard as possible to make them as special as they can, and we would like to wish you a very happy birthday. So thank you for listening this morning. I really hope that this week of World Book Day activities has inspired and excited you about reading and sharing stories together, and that it's not just for this week, that it's something that you continue to do for a very long time to come. And in fact, that's just reminded me, I might just get back to my book.